Good morning. Good morning, YouTubers. As I say, I'm not just going to say that anymore. Good morning, my crew. Good morning, I'm Tara. I am Tara. It's good to see everybody this morning that watches. We can see each other energetically. Yeah, like that. So, I think I mentioned, about a week ago, I couldn't find my cards. I found my cards. I found my Oracle deck. I hid them from myself. I'm gonna do a small reading. A good morning energy read for my little crew. I hope everyone's day is blessed. I hope everyone's day is starting off prosperous to a great start. Father, guide my hands, guide my heart as I journey through this read. May I give a divine blessing, a message to all who need. Yes. Let's see what we have for today. Star Brothers. Oh, okay, I got 4. Star Brothers. Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. The cosmic heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. Yeah, I like that card. She's so into it. Fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. And the last one I have is I remember, soul plane, the fated life versus the destiny life. Oh, I miss y'all. I miss them. I haven't seen them in a long time. Okay. This is beautiful. So there's definitely protection around you. Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. There's I don't want to say community, but this could be people in your community, some that are around you, but definitely this is a spiritual energy. You have a definite protection around you. That is loyalty, safety, and trust. Trust that. Trust that you're definitely protected, divinely protected. Cosmic heart, because of your devotion, potency, and prayer, make your life a moving prayer. That you have done. You have fell into the arms and surrendered. Maybe holding the opposites, extremes to life. I remember soul plane, the fated life versus the destiny life. So now at this point in your life, on your journey, you're understanding where you're guided to. Your devotion has gotten you there. Your devotion has gotten you there. We had spaciousness to fall out. I'm going to leave that. I wasn't going to leave it, but I'm going to leave it. Holding the opposites. For some, this is a relationship. Soul plane, fated life versus the destiny life. I remember. If it's a union, it's protected. Devotion. Pray over it. Pray for it. Once you do, surrender. Once you do, surrender. And for those that is not a relationship, this, like I always say, this may be your spiritual journey. But you definitely you remember the path. And all that you don't remember, you will be shown, you will be guided. Spaciousness. What do I no longer need? Help me, God, to release whatever people, places, or things that drain my vital essence. Show me what will fill me with enthusiasm and joy. And that falls under Horus energy, protection, loyalty, and safety. By asking this prayer, saying these words, you're protected, definitely. You've asked the divine to remove these things from your life. That's why this loyalty in Star Brothers card is above your head. There is a safety and protection there that guides you. Definitely. Cosmic Heart, what do we have for devotion, potency, and prayer? Oh, they're hitting the floor. Loneliness fell. Devotion, potency, and prayer, make your life a moving prayer. Loneliness. When you stop fearing aloneness, you stop settling for less than you deserve. May I embrace and love my solitude. And of course, devotion, potency, and make your life a moving prayer will come with that, because during these times of prayer, usually that is a long time. It takes loneliness. And that's when kindred spirits finally come in. You've devoted this moving prayer. You're a walking prayer. You're a walking, moving heart. It's what you are. You are that. You breathe life into people. You are life for a lot of people. But to be this cosmic heart, it took loneliness. And you're okay with that loneliness, because you knew with that alone time and loneliness, what you was about to pop out and do. Surrender, fall into my arms. Trust falls under surrender, fall into my arms, holding the opposites as streams to life. Trust, when love is invited to take over, right actions arise at the right time. Allow me, dear divine, to wait patiently until the timing is right. Let me rest in the unknown until a clear path is shown. Fall into my arms. Change. I remember. Your change is here. Soul plane, fated life versus the destiny life. Change is here for that. Don't scare yourself with the next 40 steps. All you need is that one next action. You can say to love, just show me the first step and change me into who can take it. I remember. And they say, trust me and fall into my arms. You've got the cosmic heart. You got it, girl. Got it, boy. You're cosmic. You're devoted. You're potent. And them prayers, whoever this is, you own it. Striving. You're on it. Cards fell. Totally in line. There's a change here. Definitely. I remember. And up under that comes change. Fall into my arms comes trust, spaciousness, and loneliness. It took loneliness. Oh, it took some loneliness. Yes, it did. But it's okay. Because that's what pushed you to where you are now. Trust and change. Trust it. Trust where you're guided. Trust where you're led. It's about to happen. It's taking place. It's now. Change is here. Compassion. Change is here. Compassion falls under Star Brothers and spaciousness. Ready, set, go. Change is here with compassion. Cosmic heart. Someone has shown so much compassion. Now you're about to be shown compassion. Hangman is here. Above the hangman was loneliness. Yeah. Hangman is under loneliness. You had to go through loneliness. You did. It was a must. To engulf this cosmic heart, you had to be alone. Because that brought devotion. And you made your life a moving prayer. You went through a lot of changes. That was hangman time. That was hangman. Of course, in hangman, you are pretty much alone. It's thinking. Thinking. Space and time. is in reverse. Trust. Fall into my arms, trust, space and time. Time and space is in reverse. The time is now. That's why, because I remember is here. Fated life versus the destiny life. Soul plane. Change falls under that. Time and space. Time and space is in reverse. Change is here. Now. The here and now. Trust it. Someone has a companion or about to have a companion. Someone's going into a relationship. There he is. Someone's about to go into a relationship with their emperor. He remembers, and you do too. Change is here. Change is here. And I remember. He, she is energy. There's an emperor here. Someone's about to go into a relationship. There's compassion here. Someone has been in hangman mode, and time and space is in reverse. Fall into my arms with trust. There's an emperor. Emperor is going through some changes. Empress energy. There's a female above the head. This person has gone through some changes, or someone else, or both have gone through some changes. But now somebody remembers. Somebody remembers. Brilliance. Under compassion. I see trust here again. Trust is here again. Trust it. What do we have for brilliance? What's the emperor here? Time and space, compassion, hangman. Someone has been, yeah. Someone has literally been in this energy and has thought about what they need to be doing. It's been a lot of time involved too. There's an emperor here that has been in hangman mode. It's maybe a female that's been in hangman mode. Someone's been thinking about the same things, possibly. Someone has been thinking about the same things, possibly. The lovers are here. The lovers fall under the hangman. Devotion, potency, and prayer is above the lovers. Someone has prayed, has wished upon, has asked God for, because make your life a moving prayer is here. Has asked God for. And they thought about it. They went through loneliness. They went through hangman. I had a card to hit the floor. And I don't even know. The deck is still sitting here. The card just on the floor. It just fell off the top. That's weird. Okay. Yeah. Put your mind back on track. Back. Someone has gone through loneliness they had to realize they're going through loneliness. It put them in hangman mode. Lovers. Emperor. An emperor has realized their lover. Somebody has thought about a lot. They've had a lot of time and space to think about it too. Breakthrough is here. It fell on top of the lovers and brilliance. Filler is on the floor. So that came out with breakthrough. Filler. So breakthrough comes out under fall into my arms, trust, time and space is in reverse, and breakthrough. It's here. Time now. Change here. Now. Did we go through an eclipse? Yep, we did. We went through an eclipse. Disappointment is here in reverse on top of breakthrough. Their breakthrough is here. Whatever you wished for, whatever you wanted, whatever you asked for, whatever you spoke out for, whatever you manifested, whatever you prayed for, whatever you rubbed your genie bottle on, whatever, however you do it, it's here. But I look at where this card fell. Negativity fell way up here at the top on Hangman. And loneliness. Someone is dealing with this too. Negativity. Someone's dealing with negativity, but disappointment is in reverse on top of breakthrough. Someone needs to be strong. Someone's got to be strong. They have a lot of negative energies around them. That being said, they know what they're looking at. Setback is in reverse. And we got reflection. No one's no longer reflecting. They've reflected. They've done the reflecting. They've done all the reflection that they need. Hangman is here. Time and space is in reverse. There's no more reflecting. I guess that's why reflection came out in reverse. Someone is very well aware. Very well aware. Master. Fell on the Lovers. Someone is very well aware of what they need to be doing and should be doing. And they have courage. And if they don't have courage, they're going to have courage. They have courage. Someone is very well aware. And they're aware of their surroundings too with this negativity. Because I see the filler card here. And that's the card that fell on the floor. Someone's a filler. Dullness came out in reverse. Of course, dullness is in reverse because someone is reflected and they know what lights their spark. They know what lights their spark. The Guardian is here, and that's what I was saying with the first card that came out of the Oracle deck. Someone's protected. They're protected. The Guardian is here for this. The Guardian is here for this. The Guardian is here for this Emperor as well. Someone's protected. Man, woman, however you want to put it. Someone is definitely protected. Yeah, they're protected. Because, and the Magician is here. They're protected. Because they did this. And they fell and surrendered. And they also said, I remember. And I trust this change. I trust that this change will be one for my highest good, for my greatest good. I've done my part. I've given spaciousness. I've given loneliness. I've trusted. I've wanted the change. Compassion is here. You've gone into thought. Time and space is in reverse. It's time for out of that. You mastered what you need to master. Yes, you have. And brilliant while doing so. And in the process of everything you wanted and asked for this change in your life and to let a lot of things go to bring you yours and let everyone else move on and be happy. Here we are. Here we are. Lovers. There's your Emperor. Some things have been mastered. There's your Sun. There it is. There it is. Change is here. Oh, because you definitely remembered. Fall into my arms, the Magician, and brilliance. What we have for the Sun? Sun, the Lovers, and the Magician. What do you want to show me? You want to show me some synergy? That's what we're going to do? Synergy? Yeah, because they walking, they going on to meet the sun, walking on off right into the sunset together. Yeah, and they remember too. I see Tower flipped over in reverse. Logic. Someone used logic too. They did it the right way. We have art. Someone did it the right way. Yeah. Someone's in delusion. Why does delusion come out? Fortune. Why every time I see them two, they out together? Why they always together? Yeah, because it's got to do with someone's equilibrium. The Hierophant is here. It's got to do with somebody's balance. And the Hierophant is here. Fortune card came out. So this is, yeah, my guard card, but this has to do with somebody's money, as I always say, in their equilibrium being thrown off. Somebody was in delusion when they decided to do that. Fear in reverse. Growth. Somebody was in delusion when they decided to do that, because fear is in reverse over here up under the sun with growth. So somebody's still gonna get their 10 of cups in passion with growth. It's coming. Somebody still gonna get it. Yes, the moon fell out the deck. The moon. Synthesis. Somebody's still gonna get it. You're still gonna get your everything you wanted. Learner. The learner is here. The surfer is here again. Courage popped out right side up. Death card flew over here on top of delusion in reverse, literally. Death card came out just like this on delusion. Somebody's, it's over here. Somebody with negativity. And fortune. Hermit is here. Somebody's thinking. Courage. The Emperor is here. The Empress is here. Somebody is thinking. Somebody has courage. And integrity popped out with the Empress again behind her. Truth be told. Truth be told. Last night, I was going to come and bring a message. I wanted to do a reading last night, but I ended up talking with my daughter and sitting on the phone so long and enjoyed that conversation. I just got tired. I said I'm just going to do one in the morning before work, and I'm about to go to work. So it was the one I wanted to bring last night. It was based on to kind of open up and say why I really started getting into doing the tarot cards. It honestly was because a lot of stuff that I knew, and I knew naturally, just knowing the things before I even had tarot cards. And I would just bring I guess what people call prophetic messages, or just messages of things I would know on just things. And so that's when the lady I speak on a lot, tell me to get a deck of tarot cards. So some people aren't going to believe you. So I guess that's why I hear a lot of people say you'll never be noticed as a prophet in your own town or something like that. That little saying. Illumination. she was like, if you get a deck of cards, you know, certain people will listen to you more. Just get you a deck of cards and it'll come out that way. So that's what I try to do. Because a lot of people look at you and they're like, duh, really? So last night I wanted to actually say some things on about my journey and what led me here to do cards and do readings. And I tell people, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to say it real quick because I really have to go. But a lot of times I always let people know I don't mind talking about my divorce or my marriage and things like that. Because it's so, phone call, it's so many things that I feel like I could help other people through. But at the end of the day, I always say if I was a man, I would like me. I would actually love me. Because I don't know too many women that can still remain whole after they literally walked from a marriage and didn't break down or lose themselves and continue to raise their kids without asking for much, just going to work. And actually, the way I removed myself from the marriage when I found out some things is I was the one, and I always say that. So for those that feel like I'm talking about it and didn't get over it, let me tell you something about me. When I can talk about it, I've gotten over it. I don't know everybody else's situation or how they hold on to things, but me, myself, I can talk about this now because I'm over it now. So this can give people a piece of information. I always say, and now I guess I can say I'm tooting my own horn. But for those that want to take it in a negative connotation, it's going to always be what it is anyway. So people are reading so their own thing. But I always tell my friends when we laugh and talk, and people that I met, they say, you're different. You're very different. I don't know nobody that leave out of a marriage and actually file for the divorce and really okay with it and happy. I wish you the best. Genuinely. I mean, I can't put it any other damn way but to say I wish somebody the best. Because when you can say you've got enough character about yourself to say, at that time, you cared about that person, loved that person, whatever, that moment, you can love a person enough to let them go. You let them go and be happy and find their self, find their peace, find their happiness. It's selfish when you holding on to people and they're not holding on to you. That's selfish. Or selfish to hold on to a person that don't want you. Let's be honest. Let's be totally honest here. But I can say this about myself. If I was a man, I like me too. If I give you a divorce to go and be happy and be married and do whatever you want to do, that speaks a lot about your character. I'm not finna hold on to somebody that don't want to be held. So for all of those that think they know the situation, know me, all that, you know, y'all, I can give you the story. I can bring you the story. I can tell you the truth. But see, nobody wanted to hear that. Nobody wanted to hear the truth. Everybody wanted to have their story, give their opinion on what they think and thought it was. But it's a whole nother other side to that story. And when a person decides to walk, and 5 years later almost, a person can decide to talk about it, that's a great thing to me. Shows strength, determination, character, integrity. Because it ain't always what the person said about you is true. So, when you get up and speak some of yours, just a little bit, because all you need to do is speak just a little bit, because your character, your heart, the things you say will roll off you. It will roll off you like water off a duck. It would just flow. Your cards will come out with what you're saying. Your energy will just flow. Who you are through your cards, the energy is going to flow. What you speak about in your cards, that energy is going to flow. And I'm a person that love. I talk about that all the time. Love is rare nowadays. And I tell people all the time. All the time. You think you know a person, you don't know a person. Think you know a person, you don't know them. You know some things of them or about them, but you don't know them. You don't know them. So that's to say. I found my the literary witches deck. I'm gonna pull one from this one because of what I'm speaking on. That to say, I would tell people, I give you a whole rope. I give you a whole rope. I give you enough rope to hang yourself, literally. I'm not going to do too much cutting up. I ain't going to do too much. Some days are over. I used to ain't going to do too much cutting up, hollering, screaming, yelling, none of that. Endurance. And I see pond. I'm going to let you just keep on pushing. Devotion. My second card in the reading. Devotion. Opened it right up to devotion. Instead of attending to her royal and wifely duties, Princess Mirabai wrote intense erotic devotional poetry to the god Krishna, whom she thought of as her lover. In-laws loathed her unconventional ways as she miraculously escaped their poisoning attempts twice. When the in-laws tried to bring her back into the family, Mirabai spent the night at a Krishna temple and disappeared. Legend has it she merged with Krishna's image that night or continued on her spiritual pilgrimage in disguise. All right, you guys, I will talk to you later. Have a blessed day. I'll catch up with you guys tonight, maybe. Thank you. Bye-bye.